Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Today is Tuesday. I hope you all are doing well. This is our daily reading, taking a look at current situation and the influences around that. And then I will post another one later, the pick a card readings, kind of like in those two. So let's get started. One more shuffle. Okay, here we go. Current situation, Page of Swords, present influence, Seven of Cups, future influence, Empress, what to look for, Hermit, unexpected, Six of Wands. Is that Six of Wands? Or is it? Yep. Challenge, World, Strength, Nine of Cups, and where does this lead? Eight of Swords, Four of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, advice, Queen of Cups. Moon is at the bottom of the deck. Still looking for that clarity, right? Looking for some clear moves forward, something of that nature. I've got the Page of Swords here, and I feel like that's the aha moment. I feel like there is going to be something that comes in where you're like, okay, now we're back to choices again. And I feel like this keeps coming up over and over. And there's something about knowing that you have choices. The Seven of Cups. Also, I feel a little bit too like the Seven of Cups can be about manifestation. Um, because if we look at all of our choices, then we can make what we want moving forward, how we react to something, how we deal with something, that kind of feeling. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot for the clarifying. Let's take a look at the Page of Swords here. Can you clarify the Page of Swords? I feel like this is an aha moment, an idea. It's kind of where you're at right now, but it comes from your choices. So I feel like you're making a choice, finally. It does ask you to think about it, though. So, Page of Swords. Oh, there's the Page of Swords. Three of Cups. Judgment. Yeah, I feel like, it's like you've decided to embrace, I want to say embrace your youth, but I use that term loosely because maybe for people in their, later years, yes, but for people that are younger, it's not necessarily embracing your youth as much as it is and like revitalized. The feeling is revitalized. And I think that comes from the Three of Cups. I feel like you have made there's something that's become very clear. I want to celebrate. I want to begin. I want to begin again. I want to feel better. I mean, in general, just better. So the Seven of Cups in the present influence, let's clarify the Seven of Cups. What is these choices? I like this card. I didn't hold it up very long. Tell me about the Seven of Cups here. There's quite a few, well, I was going to say there's quite a few majors. There's a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the moon. Okay, tell me about this Seven of Cups. Hang in there. Oh boy, 3 fell. Okay. Sorry, I know hang on. I know, I go away. I should pause it. Hold on. I need to remember to pause it for sure because I know that goes to the, over here, that lady. Okay. I might have one in here backwards. I do. Wow. Okay, tell me about the Seven of Cups here. Okay, Four of Swords, Seven of Swords, the Lovers. I feel like you're trying to decide what to do with now the Lovers can also be about choices. It could be this could be about someone, but Lovers is absolutely another choice card here. But I feel like you have. I think one of the choices is you've decided that yeah, you know what, I want to take something back here, and I feel like that comes from the healing. I'm done. I'm ready to move forward, and I feel like it does have to do. It could for some of you have to do with a partnership. Well, it could be a partnership of any kind, but it also could be just a finality. I am done healing. I have taken back what I want and I am going to move forward. I am getting a lot of that. And with the Empress, too, um, this is really about taking care of yourself, having that, realizing that, you need to be nurtured just as much as you nurture other people. And I feel like that's coming to the forefront of of your being. Like, this is important. Tell me more about the Empress, please. Tell me more about this Empress. Oh, Six of Wands, the Chariot, and Five of Cups. I feel like there's a change like in how you view a disappointment here. And I feel like that with the Six of Wands, Chariot, the energy of recognizing something, and then the Chariot about moving forward with it. And then the Empress really is the embodiment of taking care of yourself. And I feel like this is coming from that healing that we had as far as clarifying the Seven of Cups. I think that you are ready to move on and see what you have and not what you're missing. And I feel like this is you totally healing, really, with the Chariot. I feel like there's just some really good recognition coming in. I think this is not a problem card, the Five of Cups. I think it's overcoming the Five of Cups. There may be also at work some recognition coming in with the Six of Wands Chariot, which may be really helpful too. So we have the Hermit here, um, and what to look for. I think it's just making sure that you're making the proper decisions and taking that time by yourself, not necessarily reaching out to other people. Tell me more about this Hermit, please. Tell me about the Hermit card. Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Um, I feel like that Hermit is, yes, the Five of Pentacles is a new way, but there is this Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, this energy coming in with the Knight of Cups that feels romantic and a gift, and then the Knight of Pentacles, so slow, so slow. and but it's good slow, but it is slow. And I feel like this Hermit is really asking you to find a different way moving forward. It doesn't mean you can't move forward where you want to go, but don't do it the same way you've always done it in the past, because it's time to look for different, you know, a different outcome, basically. We have the Six of Wands in the unexpected, and this is all about, recognition. Now let's look at this. Is this you? I feel like you're being recognized. I think that something happens that you don't expect, and it feels pretty dang good. So tell me about this, please. Tell me about these Six of Wands, Nine of Wands, Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you are being recognized for hanging in there and doing some hard work with the Nine of Wands and even the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is very studious and sticks to something and really works hard at something. You're going to be recognized for this, no, whether it's at work or somewhere else, that you stuck to something and really and worked through it. The Knight of Swords is having that direction as well. And it's also, this is part of the unexpected piece, but it has to do with your hard work with that Nine of Wands and Page of Pentacles there. So that's Now, whatever that hard work is, and there's an Ace of Pentacles at the bottom as I did that. So, okay, so there is something that's ending that's a challenge. Again, now when we say ending, it's reaching a goal. What, it's not like a page of or a Ten of Swords ending. It's reaching a goal, and I think that that might be a challenge for you because it's like, okay, now I'm here. I've reached this goal, or maybe this goal is being hard to reach. So let's take it out. I like that you have Nine of Cups in your strength, and I like where everything leads. Tell me more about this world. Four of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Magician. I feel okay. So the Four of Pentacles hanging in there, Three of Cups, that celebration, and the Magician. Yeah, I think you might have a little bit of an issue recognizing your strengths. There's something here with the Magician. There's something here with holding on to something with the Four of Pentacles. Three of Cups is being around different people. Now, this is work, could be work. And I mean, it could be anything, but it's the Three of Cups, I feel like, is a group of people or at least another person. And I feel like with that Magician, where your challenge is is recognizing that you can reach those goals. There's something about reaching a goal here that is challenging to you, and I feel like it's because you don't see your full potential. You're hiding that from yourself, and I feel like you have it, but you're hiding it. So that's the energy I'm getting with that moon. So we have the Nine of Cups here in your strength. The Nine of Cups is about your dreams coming true, your wishes. Um, it's about not just wishes, it's really, true desires. Like you really want something. Nine of Cups is also about like manifesting that too, manifesting your dreams. But what is this in our strength? I feel like you have to hold on to those. Hold on to what you really want. There's something here where you may not want to lose that. Tell me more about this Nine of Cups. Yeah, the Hierophant, Five of Swords, the Star. Yeah, realizing that the fight's paying off, and that you have that, and that the fight will pay off. Basically, the Hierophant and the Star together, I feel like, is definitely fated. Um, that you are headed in the right direction. The Five of Swords is a win to me in this way. I feel like the fight that you've been fighting is starting to pay off. We've had that other card with the Nine of Wands, and you know it's paying off. Everything's paying off. You're being recognized for your hard work. Your dreams are going to start coming true. And it's not like you can give up now. You can't. Like you're still on the road. So we have the Eight of Swords where this leads. So we go Eight of Swords, Four of Wands, and then the Seven of Pentacles. This is when you see what's going to pay off here, I believe. The Eight of Swords definitely is a stuck card, but it's also a reminder that you have what you need. It's just you may need a little bit of a push here. That's what I'm getting. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords, please. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords. Excuse me. Temperance, King of Wands, Ace of Cups. There's something that you really want here. Okay, so I'm going to be like the Temperance. I feel like there's some kind of, so you have a cup and a wand, and then the Temperance. To me, the Temperance is fire and water coming together. And I feel like that there is this Eight of Swords I feel like you're wondering if you can get through this, start a new relationship with self, with a new beginning. But it's like this combining that love and that that passion into one area, and that's where you're feeling a little bit stuck. Or you're not feeling that back from somebody, but if it's like work or something, it's just that energy of putting those two together. And it could be too that you feel stuck because there is someone, this King of Wands, that's keeping you stuck, or you feel like they are. They may not be. You just feel that way because you do have celebrations coming in. The Four of Wands is all about celebrations. Could be group, could be just, like it can be a party, it can be a wedding, it can be a graduation, it can be any kind of celebration. But it's usually revolved around others. Tell me about this Four of Wands. What is this Four of Wands? I feel like this is you being celebrated. Wow. Wow. And the Ace of Cups right here at the bottom of this. So Five of Pentacles, Sun, Ace of Pentacles. I think you're celebrating the fact that your new way of looking at things, there's something here that's going to bring you a lot of joy, and it's a new opportunity. And that's what you're celebrating. And I feel like the new opportunity comes from the Five of Pentacles, looking at a different way to do things, moving forward in a different fashion. And it feels really good because whatever this Ace of Pentacles is does feel like a new, really good beginning. And I think it comes from you've worked really hard. And we've had that throughout this reading, is showing how hard you've worked for this. And it feels like it's coming in, and that's a great thing. The Seven of Pentacles is there. It's, keep in mind, it can be a card of, not giving up, keeping up with what you're doing, because it's about, your crops and feeding them and giving to your garden. Basically, don't give up on that. You don't have to give it 100% 24/7, but it is asking you to keep it in focus. It's also saying that things are going to, this could be showing you your hard work did pay off, right? You've stayed on top of something and you've been really wanting it, and it's paying off. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Three of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Moon. You're getting definitely a new beginning with something that's been very hurtful in the past. So this hurt's going away with the Ace of Cups. It's a new time, and the moon, and the moon is showing us that clarity. I feel like it's still going to take some time to keep coming through, but there's definitely a positive way forward here. And keep working. Because that's part of the reading. It is. We have the Queen of Cups in your advice. I feel like, make sure that you take care of yourself. It's a lot like the Empress, be sure to take care of you and others for sure, but more importantly, you making sure that you're handling things with love and caring, not, um, looking at the positive, but in a caring light. There may be something happening here where this is coming in because someone is going to need that, and it's asking you to be on the sympathetic side, and not be the I told you so side, or it's listen and understand and be empathetic and sympathetic, either or, but knowing that is going to be really important. So there you have your reading for today. Oops. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Have a beautiful day.